there is a challenge or there's a problem, I actually have to tell you to see how best you can help me solve it. There is this young man called John who got married to someone he calls the love of his life, Mary. But unfortunately, Mary happens to be a sickler. She has sickle cell anemia. But John himself doesn't even have the traits for sickle cell anemia. He doesn't even have the traits at all. 1 year after marriage, they gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. But unfortunately, this girl happens to have sickle cell anemia. But John made a very, very bold claim. He said that child doesn't belong to him. There is no way he is the father of that child and that his wife has actually cheated on him. So here's the challenge. Do you think John is right in his claims that he is not the father of the child? Is he right? Well, so our challenge here is to actually decide whether John is right or not. So in order to do that, we just have to visit our old knowledge in biology. How to be able to use genetic diagrams to actually determine whether John is the father of the girl or not. So in order to do that, the first thing we have to do as detectives on this case is to first of all write the name of the parents. So what are the names of the parents? We have John and Mary. So we've gotten the names of the people we are actually working on. Now, how do we know about the phenotype, the parent's phenotype, the parental phenotype? One interesting thing is that we know that John is actually normal. In this way, when I say normal, I mean he's not having sickle cell anemia. So John is normal. Meanwhile, Mary is a sickler. She is not normal in terms of sickle cell anemia. She's not even a carrier. She is a sickler. And John is not a carrier. He is actually normal. He doesn't have the trait. So if the parental phenotypes are this, then the next question is, what actually is their genotype? Well, for our question, we represent the genotype of John to be capital A, capital A. So that means he doesn't even have the trait at all. But for Mary, since she is a sickler, we represent it using capital S, capital S. If she was a carrier, then we represent it using capital A, capital S. So these are the parental genotypes that we have. Now let's go ahead to look at their gametes when it comes to sexual reproduction in order to form their first child. So when it comes to gamete formation, this is what it's going to be. John has the chance to give this capital A and this capital A because these are the only options he has. And Mary herself has these options, capital S, capital S. These are the possibilities that she has. Now, during sexual reproduction, John has the chance to give either this or this, and Mary has a chance to give either this or this in order to form their child. So let's see what that is going to be in their first filial generation, which we refer to as the F1 generation. How is that going to be? So let's do the crossing and see. If John gives out this is how it's going to be. This pairs up with this. So there's a probability that child will be AS. Or if he gives out this is actually going to pair up with this. We still have AS. This one pairs up with this. That is still going to give us AS. What about if this pairs up with this? We still have AS. Good. So these are the possible genotype of the children or the offsprings that John and Mary are going to have. So this AS, what's actually the phenotypic expression for it? AS for phenotypic expression, it is actually a carrier. This AS is also a carrier. This AS is also a carrier. And the last one is also a carrier. Remember, AA means the child is normal, SS means it's a sickler, AS means it's just a carrier, but not a sickler. The person has the trait, but doesn't express it phenotypically. So what is actually our conclusion? So from the diagram, all the children that John and Mary can have can only be carriers. They can only have the traits, but not show it. So now, let's pass our judgment. Do you think John is actually right in his claim that this child is not his? Absolutely yes. So it is obvious from our little knowledge in biology that Mary actually cheated on her husband, John. So now, it's left with John to decide whether he is going to divorce Mary or not. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos like this. See you in our next problem of the day.